everybody, welcome to a new episode of Moxham Trails.
We're back at the property for a day trip, and black fly season is just about over. They're still flying around a little bit, but they've settled down to the point where Ethan can come back with me. We've got a bunch of little stuff to get done today, but it should make for a full day's worth of work. Let's get started. The first thing I want to do is build a lumber rack for all the other wood I've brought up and the wood I'll be bringing up later. I have a pretty simple A-frame design that I came up with. I'm going to be using these 6 5-foot 2x4s as legs and the longer 8-foot 2x4s as shelves. Okay. I'm going to use these sawhorse brackets on 2 of the 5-foot 2x4s to make a pair of A-frame legs. Now that we've got the brackets on the legs, I just need to attach them with decking screws. The hardest part about this task is actually finding a flat spot in the clearing. This whole area is pretty hilly, but I think I found a good spot right behind me. For now, we'll just put the rack together, not necessarily load it up with wood until I get back up here with the weed eater to clear all this high grass out. You were really close to the camera right there, Ethan. Okay, so that is not as flat a spot as I thought it was. I think we're gonna have to move it to somewhere else for now until I find a permanent location. Ethan was a big help using the bubble level to keep these boards even while I attached them. And there you have it. This is our modest lumber rack. There's still a few more pieces that I couldn't fit in the car. I want to put braces across underneath these 8-foot pieces to kind of support them a little bit. But basically it's just a simple A-frame rack, and then we can stack other wood on it to keep it off the ground and a little bit drier. Eventually I'll cover the whole thing with a tarp, and it should be a nice little place to store our lumber. The next task on my to-do list is something I'm pretty excited about. Joe bought me these metal trail signs for Christmas, and I've been waiting for the right opportunity to bring them up here and hang them. With 3 out of the 4 signs hung down by the clearing, it was time to go up to the top of B&B to hang the last one. And there you have it. Now all of our trails are well marked. Thanks, Joe. When we got back down to the clearing, it was time to break for lunch. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and some goldfish crackers. Okay, so the next item on our agenda is something that Ethan's been looking forward to. We are going to map out the entire seasonal stream. We're going to walk down multiple choice, which leads to the corner of the property. I'm going to turn on the GPS, and we're just going to walk all the way up the water. We've got our waterproof boots on, so we're just going to trek right through the stream all the way up to the top of the property. This tree with the red flag around it represents the edge of the property. And right here is where the seasonal stream flows off of our land and onto the neighbors. So we're gonna hop in here and then just follow the flowing water. The waterfall is down to a trickle right now, but there's still quite a bit of water at the bottom, and we're walking in sections that get to be at least 6 or 7 inches deep.
Say hi.
So we followed the stream until it eventually died out and we found ourselves in this field of ferns. I'm guessing that we took a wrong turn somewhere. Maybe the stream forks and we took the wrong branch, because I know that there's stream at the top of our property and we're not near the top yet. Okay, we have the lower half of the stream, but we got a little bit off track. So we hopped on dry land and walked up to the corner. And we're gonna jump back in the stream here and follow it all the way back down. Hopefully the 2 GPS tracks will line up. Eventually, we reached a spot that we recognized from our trip up. But at this point, Ethan and I were both sick and tired of trudging through the mud. So we headed towards the center of the property until we hit Upchuck, and then followed that back down to the clearing. I couldn't believe how overgrown the trail had become in just a few weeks. Joe and I were biking on this on our last visit, and now it's covered with ferns. I'm definitely going to have to get back up here to do some trail maintenance. When we got back to the clearing, we rinsed off the mud with the portable shower. This thing is still really handy, and I use it on just about every visit. So, was it worth it? Well, here's what our map looked like before, with the trails and the clearing and fern gully, and here's what it looks like with our newly added stream. That hike took a lot more out of us than I thought it would. It's pretty marshy up there at the top, and the mosquitoes were just swarming us. And trudging through the mud is a little bit more tiring than walking through the woods. So we sprayed off, changed our clothes. It's only 2 o'clock, and I had hoped to get a couple other things done, but we're pretty beat. I think we're gonna call it a day.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Moxham Trails.
Bye, everybody.